Hi everyone. In the last class we defined the contour integration or complex integration, line integral in complex plane, right? With some problems, the continuation of the last class. Here, evaluate the integral c z to the power of n dz for n is equal to 0 plus or minus 1 plus or minus 2 so on, where c is the circle mod z is equal to r, it is the center at 0 comma 0 and radius is r, is traversed in the counterclockwise sense. Okay, this is the counterclockwise sense, thus this is the c traversed in the counterclockwise sense. Right, now I am trying to evaluate the integral c z to the power of n dz. Right, now coming to solution, given curve c, it is closed curve c is equals to r, which is a circle center at 0 comma 0 and radius is r. Now I am going to convert the z to the power of n and let f of z is equals to, here it is z to the power of n. Yes, so now I am going to write f of z is equal to z to the power of n. Now in parametric form, right? Now represent the z to the power of n in parametric form. Right, you know that how we can write it here. Z to the power of n is nothing but x plus iy whole to the power of n. But since x is equals to r cos theta, y is equals to r sin theta, that implies f of z is equals to is r cos theta plus I into r sin theta whole to the power of n. Here it is r to the power of n, you can common r which is equals to r cos theta plus I sin theta whole to the power of n. So which is f of z of or f of z of t or z of theta. Here it is, I am writing z of theta is a function of theta in parametric form. Here it is r to the power of n cos theta plus I sin theta whole to the power of n. This can be written as r to the power of n cos n theta plus I sin n theta, that is f of z of theta. Now let I is equals to integral c f of z dz. As here it is integral c, it is complete circle. I am going to take the theta limits where to where I am taking theta is equals to 0 to, here it is 2 pi. F of z is nothing but f of z of theta, you know the formula, f of z of theta into z dash of theta d theta. Z is equals to x plus iy, that implies here it is, since z is equals to r into cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, if you are substituting this, we have with respect to theta, so dz by d theta is equals to r into minus sin theta plus I cos theta. Dz is equals to r minus sin theta plus I cos theta. Directly if you are substituting f of z, you know that f of z is nothing but integral theta is equals to 0 to 2 pi. Here it is r to the power of n cos n theta plus I sin n theta into z dash of theta, or dz is equal to dz is replaced by, here it is r into minus sin theta plus I cos theta d theta, that is z dash of theta. Okay, if here r to the power of n into r, it is r to the power of n plus 1, theta is equal to 0 to 2 pi, r to the power of n plus 1, or if you are simplifying, minus cos n theta sin theta plus I into cos n theta cos theta plus into minus I into sin n theta sin theta plus into plus I into I square is equal to minus 1 minus sin n theta cos n theta cos theta d theta. This can be written as, let I is equals to, this can be written as I is equals r to the power of n is n plus 1 is independent of theta. Theta is equal to 0 to 2 pi. If you common minus in these two terms, cos n theta sin theta minus sin n theta cos theta, if you common minus, so it is in the form of sin n theta cos theta plus cos n theta sin theta, sin a cos b plus cos a sin b, sin of a plus b. So we can write it minus sin of n theta plus theta. Here if you common I, imaginary part, cos n theta cos theta, cos a cos b minus sin a sin b, cos of a plus b, n theta plus theta d theta. So this can be written as I is equals to r to the power of n plus 1 integral theta is equals to 0 to 2 pi. Yes, if you common theta, here we have minus sin n plus 1 into theta plus I cos n plus 1 into theta d theta. So this is equation number 1. Now I am going to integrating, right? Now integrating with respect to theta here. So this can be written as r to the power of n plus 1. Here integration of sin theta, it is cos theta. Cos theta, but sin is, integration of sin theta is minus cos theta. Here some minus already there, minus into minus plus. Here it is cos n plus 1 into theta divided by n plus 1 plus I into integration of cos n theta d theta is what? Sin n theta by n. Here it is n plus 1 is there. Here it is sin n plus 1 into theta by n plus 1, where theta is equal to 0 to 2 pi. So n plus 1 is the LCM, which is n plus 1 divided r to the power of n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. Here it is cos n plus 1 into theta. Here it is theta is equals to 2 pi. 2 pi into n plus 1, it is cos, here it is cos n plus 1 into 2 pi. I am substituting the limits. I sin n plus 1 into 2 pi minus cos, here n plus 1 into 0 cos 0 plus I sin n plus 1 into 0, or it is minus sin 0. Yeah. In this case, sin 2 pi n plus 1 into 2 pi, 2n pi plus 1, sin 2n pi plus 1, it is 1 sin 2 pi. Here the answer is, here it is, which is equals to 0 here, by taking sin n plus 1 into 2 pi. Sin n pi, n pi 2, sin n pi is 0, cos 0 is equals to 1, cos 0 is equals to 1, but here it is sin 0 is equals to 0. Yes, based on that you will get, it is valid for n not equals to minus 1. Yes, if n is equals to 1, it is not exist. Therefore integral c f of z dz is equals to integral c z to the power of n dz is equals to 0 if n is equals to n not equals to minus 1, n not equals to minus 1. If I am taking n is equals to 1, if n is equals to 1, sorry, n is equals to minus 1, from equation 1, yeah, I is equals to r to the power of minus 1 plus 1, it is r to the power of 0. Here it is integral r to the power of 0 into theta is equal to 0 to 2 pi. Here minus sin to the power of minus 1 plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 is nothing but 0. Sin 0 is 0. Sin 0 is 0 plus I into cos 0. It is minus 1 plus 1, it is cos 0 d theta. So which is sin 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1. As r to the power of 0 is 1. I into integral, here it is 0 plus is d theta, it is d theta, theta is equals to 0 to 2 pi. So here it is I into integral d theta is theta, theta is equal to 0 to 2 pi. Here it is I into 2 pi minus 0, which is equals to 2 pi I. Therefore we have the two cases. Therefore integral C f of z dz is equals to, or it integral C z to the power of n dz is equals to 0 for n not equals to minus 1 and 2 pi I n is equals to minus 1. N is equals to minus 1, where C is the circle center at origin and radius is r. This is a problem. Right. Now coming to next problem. Evaluate integral C y square plus z square dx plus x square plus z square dy plus x square plus y square dz from 0 comma 0 comma 0 in 3 dimensional 1 comma 1 comma 1, where C is the curve. Joining these 2 points, the curve is represented in the parametric equations x is equals to t, y is equals to t square, z is equals to t cube. Right. Now by using the parametric equations, I am going to find the t limits and substitute x is equals to y is equal z is equals to and dx dy dz in terms of t. You will get the answer. It is very easy problem. Now coming to second solution. Here given parametric equations, given that x is equals to t, y is equals to t square, z is equals to t cube. Here it is differentiating with respect to t, dx is equals to dt, dy is by dt is equals to 2t, that is dy is equals to 2t dt, as dz is equals to 3t square dt. Means we convert the problem in terms of t. Now we are going to find the limits about t. Yes, here it is x limit 0 to 1, y limit 0 to 1, z limit 0 to 1, but there is no use for x comma y comma z limits, right? But we are converting the problem into by using these parametric equations in terms of t. So at x is equals to 0, y is equals to 0, z is equals to 0. At x is equals to 0 comma y is equals to 0 comma z is equals to 0, t is equals to 0, t square is equals to 0, t cube is equals to 0. That implies t is equals to 0. At x is equals to 1, y is equals to 1, z is equals to 1. That implies x is equals to 1, t is equals to 1, t square is equals to 1, t is equals to minus 1, plus or minus 1, z cube, t cube is equals to 1, then t is equals to, here it is plus 1 or sometimes plus 1, clearly plus 1. So here it is t is equals to 1. Therefore the t limits are 0 to 1. Now integral C or I is equals to, C is nothing but direct, you can write it, t is equals to 0 to 1, we are converting into t in terms of t, y square, t square whole square, that is t to the power of 4, plus z square, t cube whole square, t to the power of 6, dx it is nothing but dt. Next plus x square, t square, next plus z square, t cube whole square, plus t to the power of 6, dy is equals to 2t dt, plus x square, that is t square, z square, t cube whole square, sorry, x square plus y square, sorry, y square is nothing but t square whole square, that is t to the power of 4. Here it is dz, we have 3t square dt, which is equals to, after simplification, t is equals to 0 to 1. As if you common dt, t to the power of 4 plus t to the power of 6 is 2t into t square, that is 2t cube, plus 2t to the power of 7 plus 3t to the power of 4 plus 3t to the power of 6 dt. Right, this can be written as integral t is equals to 0 to 1. Here it is, we have the 2 to the power of 7, next 3t to the power of 6 plus t to the power of 6, 4t to the power of 6. Next t cube terms, no plus 2t cube, sorry, t to the power of 4, better to write as t to the power of 4, no, yes, plus t to the power of 4 t to the power of 4 plus 3 to the power of 4, 4t to the power of 4 plus 2t cube dt. Integrating with respect to t, it is 2 into t to the power of 8 by 8 plus 4t to the power of 7 by 7 plus 4t to the power of 5 by 5 plus 2 into t to the power of 4 by 4, where t is equals to 0 to 1. Then after simplification you will get the answer. The answer is 297 divided by 140. Yeah, this is the problem. 297 divided by 140. Right. Next. It is very simple. Find the length of the curve C is equals to, C is the curve which is represented by Z of t is equals to 1 minus I into t square, where the t limits minus 1 to 1. So given curve, given that C Z of t is equals, you know that in the parametric form, x of t plus I y of t, which is equals to 1 into t square plus I into minus t square. Right, from this you have the x of t and y of t. X of t is equals to t square, y of t is equals to minus t square. X dash of t is equals to 2t, y dash of t is equals to minus 2t. The length of the curve C is given by Z of t is equal to x of t plus I y of t, is where the t limits from minus 1 to 1, minus t less than or equal, minus 1 less than or equals t less than or equals to 1. The length of the curve C is denoted by L. The formula is t is equals to minus 1 to 1 square root of x dash of t whole square plus y dash of t whole square, here it is dt. So which is equals to, t is equals to minus 1 to 1, but x dash of t whole square is nothing but 2t whole square is 4t square plus y of t whole square is nothing but minus 2t whole square is 4t square dt. Here this can be written as 4t square plus 4t square 8t square. 8t square is nothing but 2 root 2. 2 root t square, square root of t square is nothing but t. 2 root 2 into integral t is equals to minus 1 to 1. We have 1t, right? Here it is always I am going to take t is e mod t dt here. If 0 to 1, no problem, no need to take that one, only t is positive. Here it is, this is dividing into 2 root 2, t is equals to 0 to 1, minus 1 to 0, minus 1 to 0, mod t is equals to minus t dt plus 2 root 2 into integral t is equals to 0 to 1 mod t, the positive is what, t dt. So which is 2 root 2 if you common, as minus t dt, that is minus t square by 2, minus t square by 2, yes, t is equals to minus 1 to 0 plus 2 root 2 into t square by 2, here t is equals to 0 to 1, which is equals to 2 root 2 into, if you write in 0 is 0 minus into minus plus, yes, here it is minus into minus plus, but minus 1 whole square is nothing but 1 by 2, so it is 1 by 2 plus 2 root 2 into, here also 1 by 2. Here it is 2 root 2 plus 2 root 2, 4 root 2 by 2, the answer is 2 root 2. The length of the curve is L is equals to 2 root 2. Right, next, the definition of the simply connected domain is, a connected domain is simply connected if every simple closed curve, this is C is a simple closed curve, every simple closed curve inside D encloses only points of D, right? This is encloses only the points of D, right? Or other definition, any simple closed curve which lies in D can be shrunk to a point inside D, can be shrunk a point inside D without leaving the D. So we say that is called simply connected. This, if you see this example, this is simply connected. Here it is simply connected. Simply connected domain. Here if you see this example, it is not simply connected, right? There is a hole, right? It is multi connected domain, multiply connected domain, right? If you see this example, it is doubly, this is also doubly connected, this is also doubly connected, this is doubly connected domain. Here it is triply connected domain. Yes, here it is simply connected domain. Here in this case, if we, this is also doubly connected domain, triply connected domain. See, to understand the concept of the simply connected domain, doubly connected domain or triply connected domain, if you see this, just if you take this one, this is the region D. Yes, this is what simply connected domain, right? This is simply connected domain or simply connected region under the, if it is in the form of rectangle. Suppose if I am going to take one like this, see this, here it is not simply connected domain, doubly connected domain. This is a curve, one curve is there, there is another curve also C is existing here. This is doubly connected domain. Here it is. Next, if you take another one, this is triply connected domain. This is a curve C, this is a curve C1, this is a curve C2, right? This is triply connected domain. Okay, now how we are going to convert the doubly connected domain into simply connected domain, that is we are going to discuss here. That is very important, right? Okay, we have theorems based on that. Is how we are going to convert the multi-connected domain or doubly connected domain into simply connected domain. Suppose if you see this, here it is clearly what you say, it is a doubly connected domain, right? By taking this one line, I am going to take one line PQ, right? Now it becomes, tell me, now it becomes, it is a simply connected domain. If I am starting here as like this, if there is a path in the anti-clockwise sense like this, right? Here it is the same way, here it is. So here this is a starting point, here along this path it is a curve C inside the D. So it is simply connected domain. If you one more hole also there, then you can cut into, there is a cut, then it becomes the triply connected domain also is converting into simply connected domain, right? This is a simply connected domain. Now suppose if we have, this is a doubly connected domain I am going to consider. This is a doubly connected domain, this is C1, it is D, it is C. So how the conversion of doubly connected domain into simply connected domain? Just what you are going to take? Just you are going to take one cut here, that is PQ. Here it is PQ. So generally here this is in the form, if you see the clear picture, right, it is PQ, PQ. Sorry, not this way, this is the way. Okay, if I am starting here, PQ along the path like this, see, here it is QP, 2P, right? It is doubly connected domain is converting into simply connected domain, right? Now we will discuss two important theorem statements. Here in this unit we have so many theorems, but proofs not there in our syllabus. I think no need, we should concentrating on the problems, right? Here it is, complex units, complex analysis containing 2 units, first unit, second unit. In these 2 units we are going to complete the syllabus, that is the reason proofs are not there. Okay, Cauchy's integral theorem, let f of z be analytic and f dash of z, f of z is analytic function, you know that analytic function, and f dash of z be continuous in a simply connected domain D. This is a simply connected domain here there is a simply connected domain D, yes, then integral, that is closed integral, the C is what? Closure, smooth and closure curve C, integral C f of z dz is equals to 0. The function f of z is analytic inside the simply connected domain, and f dash of z is continuous inside the simply connected domain, then the integral value becomes 0. Right? This is a great advantage of the Cauchy's integral theorem. Now I am going to, here it is in the Cauchy's integral theorem, we should check the analytic, whether the function is analytic inside the simply connected domain or not. Then f dash of z is continuous inside the simply connected domain or not. Right? So here in this case, here the requirement of the condition that f of z is continuous in D, the Cauchy's integral theorem can be relaxed. Right? If you don't want to concentrating on this term, then the Cauchy's integral theorem can be relaxed. So we define the Cauchy-Gastras theorem. Here it is, the theorem statement is that f of z be analytic in a simply connected domain. If it is analytic in a simply connected domain, then integral as f of z dz is equal to 0 along the simple, smooth and closure curve C in D. This is simple and smooth closure curve D, closure curve C in the domain D. Right? Just we should concentrate here based on the Cauchy's integral theorem is whatever the function is there, integrand is there f of z, that is analytic in the, that is the region simply connected domain, and f dash of z is continuous in that region, so integral becomes 0. Here it is only analytic, right? So that is the reason the Cauchy's integral theorem can be relaxed. So that means we don't concentrating on the f dash of z be continuous, right? So f of z is analytic in a simply connected domain and domain D, then closed integral, that is integral f of z dz over the C is equals to 0, right, along the simple, smooth and closure curve C in D. Right, now coming to the problems. First one, integral C e to the power of sin z square dz, as C is a circle, is equals to 1. It is a simply connected domain. Yeah, this is simply connected domain. This is a circle. Center at 0, the radius is 1. Here it is simply connected domain. Okay. Now f of z is equals to, I am going to apply Cauchy's integral theorem or Cauchy's Gastras theorem for these problems. F of z is equals to e to the power of sin z square. Yes, here it is e to the power of sin z square consisting of z square, sine function, z square function, exponential function. You know that z square is continuous everywhere and analytic everywhere. Sin z square also analytic everywhere. Yes, exponential is analytic everywhere. Right? E to the power of sin z square, f of z is equals to everywhere. But we should concentrating on what? Inside the circle mod z is equals to 1. Right? E to the power of sin z square exponential function is continuous analytic everywhere. It is analytic everywhere. By using Cauchy's Gastras theorem, we can write the integral is 0. Or I am going to apply the Cauchy's integral theorem also. F dash of z is equals to the derivative of e to the power of sin z square, e to the power of x, e to the power of z derivative is what? E to the power of z, sin of z square. Sin derivative is what? Cos z square. Z square derivative is 2z. Yes, you know that here e to the power of sin z square is continuous, cos z square is continuous and 2z is continuous. So the complete function f dash of z is continuous in mod z is equals to 1 and it is analytic in mod z is equals to 1. So it is f of z is analytic in the simply connected domain and f dash of z is continuous in the simply connected domain. C is equals to mod z is equals to 1. Therefore, by Cauchy's integral theorem, we have integral C f of z dz is equals to 0. That implies integral C e to the power of sin z square is equals to sin z square dz is equals to 0. Simply, right? Now coming to second one. Second one, integral c tan z dz. Here this can be written as integral c tan z, it is sin z divided by cos z dz. Here f of z is equals to sin z divided by cos z. Since we know that sin z and cos z are analytic everywhere, what is the reason here? Is this reason also mentioned, c is equals to mod z is equals to 1. So here it is I, here it is minus I, 1 minus 1. This is our region, right? Simply connected, mod z is equals to 1. But individually sin z cos z are analytic everywhere, but when you are taking the ratio sin z by cos z, the cos z is not defined for odd multiples of pi by 2. So it is not analytic. F of z is not, it is analytic everywhere. That is f of z is equals to tan z. We written the note also. F of z is equals to tan z is analytic everywhere except is analytic everywhere except z is equals to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, the odd multiples of pi by 2, the function is not analytic. If I am taking n is equals to 0, yes, you will get the values are n is equal to 0, we have pi by 2, or next n is equals to 1, 3 pi by 2. Yes, that means plus or minus pi by 2, plus or minus 3 pi by 2, plus or minus 5 pi by 2. At these points, function is not analytic. At these point, function is not analytic. See the region pi by 2, it is not inside the region, inside the domain, right? Here it is, this is I is there, 1 unit distance, pi by 2 is different, right? If you take the pi by 2 value, it is more than 1. So these points pi by 2, minus pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, minus 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, minus 4, 5 pi by 2, these are the outside the simply connected domain. By Cauchy's integral theorem, if the function is analytic inside the simply connected domain and f dash of z is continuous inside the simply connected domain, then the integral value is equals to 0. Here it is, even this is not analytic for odd multiples of pi by 2. For odd multiples of pi by 2, not inside the our region. So here we can write it, the integral value is 0. Or if you go for the f dash of z also, f dash of z is equals to tan z derivative secant square z. It is 1 by cos square z. Yes, it is continuous everywhere except these values. These values outside the our circle C mod z is equals to 1. Simply connected domain mod z is equals to 1. So f dash of z is, it is continuous inside the region and f of z is analytic inside the region. Therefore by Cauchy's integral theorem we have integral c, that is tan z dz is equals to 0, right? Based on the property, based on the theorem, we write the integral value. Next, coming to third one. See, e to the power of z, z square plus 9 dz. Okay, here it is closure contour is to or curve anachu, closure contour or closure curve. See, mod z is equals to 2. Here it is 2, here minus 2, 2i, minus 2i, it is 0. This is simply connected domain. Okay. Now, f of z is equals to e to the power of z divided by z square plus 9. See, if you take the numerator, e to the power of z is analytic everywhere and z square plus 9, it is a polynomial, it is also analytic everywhere. Individually they are analytic. If you take the ratio e to the power of z divided by z square plus 9, in this case, if the denominator equals to 0, the function is not defined, not analytic, right? That means z square plus 9 is equals to 0, z square is equals to minus 9, z is equals to plus r minus 3i. The function f of z is equal to e to the power of z divided by z square plus 9 is analytic everywhere except these 2 points plus 3i minus 3i. But where we have the plus 3i, this is a plus 3i, this is the minus 3i. These 2 points outside our region, right? Simply connected domain. So it is outside the region, and f dash of z, if you find the f dash of z also by using the formula 1 by z square plus 9 whole square into, right, we have e to the power of z into denominator z square plus 9 into e to the power of z minus e to the power of z into 2z, which is exist. And it is continuous, right, except these points plus or minus 3i. F of z is analytic inside the simply connected domain mod z is equals to 2, and f dash of z is continuous inside the region mod z is equals to 2 by Cauchy's integral theorem, integral c e to the power of z divided by z square plus 9 dz is equals to 0. This is the advantage of the great advantage of the Cauchy's integral theorem, right? Without finding the evaluation, we can write the integral value. Next, we go for the fourth problem. Yes, up to now we have taken the circles, no? Now here it is, there is a different region, that is a triangle. See the triangle with what is a 0 plus r minus 1 by 4, that is 1 by, the points, the vertices are 0 comma 0, 1 by 4 comma 1 by 2, I by 2 is nothing but 1 by 2, minus 1 by 4 comma 1 by 2. See, it is 0 comma 0. It is x positive, y positive, this is 1 by 2, it is 1 by 2, sorry 1 by 2, 1 by 4. If we take this is 1 by 2, this is 1 by 4. Okay, in the same way, it is x is negative, y is positive. This is the triangle. This is the, what if we take in this region, this is simply connected domain, O, A, B. One by 2 comma 1 by, sorry, 1 by 4 comma 1 by 2, minus 1 by 4 comma 1 by 2, it is 0 comma 0. Okay, now here it is, in this problem I am going to take f of z is equals to z cube minus 1, z cube minus 1. That means z cube minus 1, if it 1 by z cube minus 1, sorry, 1 by z cube minus 1, if you take the 1 by z cube minus 1, it is analytic everywhere, but it is not defined for some values of z, that is z cube minus 1 is equals to 0. The function is not exist. Even the function is not exist, we should concentrating on the function is not exist. But if the function is exist, if you take any value inside the region, inside the simply connected domain, you may apply the Cauchy's integral formula. So it is z cube is equals to 1, that implies z is equals to 1 to the power of 1 by 3, cube root unity. So the z values are z is equals to 1 omega square, where omega is equals to, we have the two possibilities for taking the omega, it is minus 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2. Next, minus 1 by 2 minus I root 3 by 2, right? You know that. How we can get this one? If you solve this equation, z cube minus 1 cube is equals to 0, a cube minus b cube, a minus b into a square minus ab plus b square, you will get z is equal to 1, and this is a quadratic equation by solving, though they are the roots. But yes, I don't want to take this value, right? I don't want to think about this one. Why? That is the x negative, y negative, that is exist in third coordinate, that we don't think, only this value I am taking. Minus 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2. Yes, it is this value, actually our point is what? The reason is minus 1 by 2, 1 by 4 to 1 by 4, and it is 0 to 1 by 2. It is 0 to 1 by 2, here it is 1 by 2, here it is 0 comma, sorry, it is 1 by 4, it is 0 comma 1 by 2. In this case, clearly z is equals to 1, not inside the triangle, omega also not inside the triangle, omega square also not inside the triangle. The function is not analytic at z is equals to 1, z is equals to omega, z is equals to omega square. But these points not inside our triangle, so we can apply the Cauchy's integral theorem, or if you can find the f dash of z also. f dash of z is equal to minus 1 divided by z cube minus 1 whole square into and 1 by x derivative is minus 1 by x square into z cube derivative is 3z square minus 3z square divided by z cube minus 1 whole square, which exists, but it is continuous for the except these values, but these values not inside our region. So we can apply the Cauchy's integral theorem by using the theorem integral c dz divided by z cube minus 1 is equals to 0. This is a great advantage. Yes, one more definition we have. When we go for the other information further, we will discuss a function which is not analytic at a point. That point is called singular point. This is a very important concept. We will discuss as when we go for the singularities concept, right? Is it clear? Without evaluating the integral based on the region, based on the analytic function definition and continuous f dash of z is continuous. Or if you go for the Gauss-Strauss theorem, Cauchy-Gauss-Strauss theorem, you don't go for the f dash of z also. Directly if it is analytic inside the region, then you can write the integral as 0. Okay. Right, next problem. Integral 3z plus 5 divided by z square plus 2z dz. C is equals to mod z is equals to 1. It is a closure contour. That is a unit disk. Mod z is equals to 1. Okay. Right. Now I am going to concentrating on the f of z. I am going to check it is analytic or not. It is clearly z is equals to 0, z is equals to minus 2 is not analytic. But z is equals to minus 2. Here it is I. Here it is minus I, minus 1, 1. Z is equals to 0 inside the region. And z is equals to minus 2, that is minus 2i, it is outside. But we have the 2 points, so I am going to convert into the 3z plus 5 divided by z square plus 2z, yes, which is 3z plus 5 divided by z into z plus 2. Yes, by converting into partial fractions, we have, here it is 5 by 2 by z plus 1 by 2 by z plus 2. If you go for the partial fractions. So now I am going to concentrating on this integral c 3z plus 5 divided by z square plus 2z dz is equals to, in this case I am trying to find, so this can be written as integral c, here it is 5 by 2 by z dz plus integral c, it is 1 by 2, not 1 by z, it is 1 by 2 by z plus 2 dz, which is 5 by 2 into integral c z to the power of minus 1 I am writing dz plus 1 by 2 into integral c 1 by z plus 2 dz. See, here if you take f of z is equals to, I am going to concentrating on this part. If I am taking f of z is equals to some z of z is equals to 1 by z plus 2, it is not analytic at z is equals to minus 2, but it is analytic inside the simple closure that is simply connected domain. So that is minus 2 is outside the region, so the integral value, this is, if I am taking this is the integral I2, the integral value is 0. But if I am taking 1 by z here, z to the power of minus 1 is 1 by z. 1 by z is inside the region. Inside the region we may not write it is equals 1 by z is not analytic at z is equal to 0 also. 1 by z is not analytic at z is equals to 0. So we may not write it is the first integral as 0, right? That is never possible. Yes, we did one problem. Here it is just now integral c z to the power of n dz is equals to 0 for n not equals to minus 1 as 2 pi I for n is equals to minus 1. Here n is equals to minus 1 is there, no? We don't, here it is inside the region the function is not analytic. So for this part we do not apply Cauchy's integral formula. Here it is Cauchy's integral formula is applicable. Here it is not applicable. So we need to evaluate it. But using that formula we can write it z by 5 by 2 into, yes, what I am writing here. Here the answer is 2 pi I plus the integral value is 0. 2 to get cancelled, it is 5 pi I is our answer. This is about the problems on Cauchy's integral formula.